Hi guys, this is Gareth from Dark Farm. We are on brew day today, so we are brewing up a Pilsner which we have named Bareback. So the reason it's called Bareback is because it's got the Godvia hops in. If you don't know, Godvia was a lady back in the 11th century who rode through Coventry on a horseback in the nude to defy and defend the local people against her own husband's tax rises. So there you have it. So another thing we are doing today is we're having a play around with a 2-vessel brew and to see if we can reduce some brew times. Hopefully today's brew is going to be roughly 2 hours to 2 hours 20 minutes, utilising the 6 kilowatt heater element and the steam condenser, and obviously the coiled chiller. We're also going to pressure ferment it, so hopefully that will reduce fermenting times down to around 2 days, but that's always we have to wait and see on that one. So another thing I'm introducing on today's brew is a stepped mashed or rest. The reason we do different temperatures during mash is to get different sugars and enzymes out of the grain. So this one we're doing today is a light-bodied Pilsner. So we have gone for 30 minutes at 50 degrees, then an additional 30 minutes at 64 degrees, and then we are going to mash out at 75. So the main reason we are doing this is obviously to create different flavours in the grains. So when you're mashing around 46 to 55 degrees, you have protease and peptidase. These are two enzymes targeting protein molecules. Protein rest acids herd retention and breaks down protein in malts. They are less modified, such as Pilsner's malts. Typically leads to a better yields of high adjunction of mashers. So, and then we are bang in the middle at 65 degrees between the beta amylase and the alpha amylase. So basically we are trying to gain as much fermentables out of the wort. So we're bang on 64, 65 degrees. So we should get a lot of the sugars out of the wort, but without the sweet malty taste, to get a nice crisp refined Pilsner. So anyway, we are halfway through the mashing process. We are doing that on the left tank. Currently heating sparge water on the right tank. We'll then sparge the grains and transfer the wort from the left tank into the right tank after raising it to boiling. The reason we're doing that is because we're taking advantage of the 6 kilowatt heater, which obviously reduces the brew times dramatically. But alongside the steam condenser, we've got a smaller element of 1.5 kilowatts. We find with using the steam condenser and brewing with the lid on, you can sort of keep boiling point by using a lot smaller element. So again, saving a lot of money on the brewing process, and also it reduces the boil off rate. So we have to sort of be a little bit careful on how much strike water we're going to add, because the steam condenser steam off is a lot more reduced than it would be if you had the lid on. And then final step will be to transfer it to our pressure fermenter using the counterflow chiller, which once it's dialed in is really efficient. So we've been able to reduce wort down to sort of 25 degrees within about 15 minutes, or even less actually, about 5 minutes. But we'll see how that goes later. Anyway, okay, we shall hopefully picture the results in the next issue of Mashed. If you've got any questions, just give us a shout.